third grade. Okay, welcome to Distributive Property of Multiplication, Part 3. Okay, this is a tricky concept. So the more we practice it and the more we understand what we're doing, the easier it'll be. Okay, so today we're going to work on some arrays brought to you by Christmas trees. Okay, so before we get started, you need either your marker, whiteboard, and eraser, or you need a piece of paper because you're going to be writing things down as we do it together, okay? But we're going to use Christmas tree arrays to help us show the distributive property of multiplication. Okay, so let's take our first array. And on your whiteboard or your piece of paper, can you name this array? What would this array be called? Okay, ready? This array would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This would be 6 times 8. All right, 6 times 8. Now, you absolutely will have 6 times 8 memorized and know the product, okay? But that's not what we're practicing right now. We're not practicing, can you name the product of 6 times 8? We're practicing what we call the distributive property. Are you flexible enough with your facts and understanding that you could figure out that we could break this into pieces, okay? When we use the distributive property, we are either going to break the 6 factor, which would mean we would cut it this way. Maybe we would cut it right there. Or we will break the second factor, the 8 factor, which would mean we would cut it this way. Okay? And it doesn't matter which one you break. Often it's easier to break the bigger factor. You know, you'll see, because those are sometimes the facts that you might not know automatically. Okay, so let's see here. If we take 6 times 8, and there are a lot of different ways to do this, but you're going to stick with me and we're going to do it one way together. We're going to break the 8, okay? So we're going to leave the 6 factor alone, and we're going to break the 8 into 2 pieces, okay? So we could break it into 4 and 4. We could break it into 4 and 4. We could break it into 2 and 6. We could break it into 3 and 5, whichever ones you want to do. Okay, so how about today, let's break it into 4 and 4. Okay, so I'm going to break my array. Here was my big array, 6 times 8, and I'm going to break my array into 2 pieces. I'm going to break it into, this is going to be too long, isn't it? So let me just fold this. I'm going to break it into 2 pieces, and I'm going to break it into this array and this array. Okay? All right. I broke my 8 into, ready? So this is how we would write it. Sometimes it's the way that we are writing it that gets confusing. Hold on, let's see if you can see better. Okay, ready? Are they all in there? Okay. 6 times, and I broke my 8 into 2 pieces. I broke it into 4 plus 4. Okay, because 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. Right? So this array is 6 times 4. And this array is 6 times 4. And if I add them together, I have my big array, right? Okay, so I'm going to do 6 times 4 plus 6 times 4. Okay, 6 times 4 is, let's twist this so that it stays. 6 times 4 is 24 plus 24. Uh-oh, that doesn't look like a 4, sorry. 24 plus 24, if we need to, come over here on the side and stack them like elevators, or you might be able to do it in your head because there's no regrouping. 4 plus 4 is 8, 2 plus 2 is 4, so 24 plus 24 is equal to 48. So 6 times 8 is 48. Now, I know a lot of you are going, well, I'm just going to memorize 6 times 8, and that's fine. Of course we're going to memorize 6 times 8. But what we're trying to practice here is how we could be flexible in our thinking about facts, and how we know if we break one of the factors into 2 add-ins, we could multiply the other factor by both those add-ins and add them together to get over the big product. Okay? All right. So that was one. Okay, now let's do another one together. Okay, let's get rid of these Christmas trees. And let's look at this. Okay, name the array. So first we count how many rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are 8 rows. We've got 8 rows. How many are in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8 times 7. Okay. Now again, we can break either factor. We can break either factor, okay? So we could break the 8. We could do 4 and 4. We could do 3 and 5. We could break it here. We could break the 8. Or we could break the 7, which would mean breaking it this way. 2 and 5. That's always a good way to break 7s because you know your 5s and you know your 2s. It's real simple. So 7s are usually easy to break into 2 and 5. 3 and 4, yeah, those aren't as easy, I don't think, do you? So we can choose. Again, there are so many different ways to break this apart to show the distributive property, but we're only going to do one together. So let's break the 7. Okay, let's break the 7. And let's break the 7 into, we know that 7 is 5 plus 2. Okay, 5 plus 2. So we're going to do 8 times 5 plus 2. Because we're going to break it into a 5. So watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A 5 and a 2. Okay, I'm going to break it right there. 5 and 2. Okay, so now this array is what? This array is 8 times 5. And this array is what? 8 times 2. And if I add these two arrays together, I get my 8 times 7. 8 times 5 plus 8 plus times 2. See how all I did was put my beautiful little marker there. Okay, oops, sorry, you can't see on my trees. Okay, well, 8 times 5. Count by 5s 8 times. Think about a clock. When the minute hand's on the 8, it is 40. Okay, I don't know that I'm going to be able to show you all this. Let's see. 40. And 8 times 2, double 8 is 16. So 40 plus 16, we do that in our heads, is 56. Sorry, I ran out of space on my whiteboard. 56. So 8 times 7 is equal to 56. 8 times 5 plus 8 times 2, I broke my 7 into 2 pieces. Okay, let's try one more. And this time, ready? I'm going to get you started and then you're going to go on your own. Okay, ready? Name this array. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Okay, now I could break either factor. I could break the 7 or I could break the 9. I'm going to do it this way. So which factor did I break? Did I break the 7 or did I break the 9? I now have 2 and 5 and 9. So I broke the 7, right? I broke the 7. I broke the 7 into 2 plus 5 times 9. So I'm going to find out the product of this array, which is, what's the name of this one? 2 times 9. And the product of this array, which is 5 times 9. And I'm going to add them together. Okay? So I'm going to do 2, I don't know that I can write this well. 2 times 9 plus 5 times 9. Sorry, I'm trying to write really small. Maybe if I scooch it over. There we go. 2 times 9 is 18. 5 times 9 is 45. I can't do that one in my head. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do 45 plus 18. 8 plus 5 is 13. Carry the 1 up. 4 plus 1 is 5 plus 1 is 6. So 63. So 7 times 9 is 63. Okay? So all I did was break my big array into 2 pieces. Now I broke the 7, the first factor, on this one. Okay. Now you're going to scooch over to your math book. Could you look on page 212? And on page 212 it says, what's the error? What's the error? And another word for error is mistake, right? What's the error? What's the mistake here? Brandon needs, hold on, let me finish the word mistake. Brandon needs 8 boxes of spinners for his fishing club. The cost of each box is $9. How much will Brandon pay? So he needs 8 boxes. Each box costs $9. So here is the sentence that we need to solve the equation. 8 times $9 is equal to what? We need the product of 8 times 9. Look at Brandon's, sorry, am I in the way? Look at how Brandon solved the problem and find and describe his error. Okay, so we already know he made a mistake because it says find his error. Okay, so now we need to look with real eagle eyes. 8 times 9, which is the problem, is equal to 4 times 9 plus 5 times 9. 8 times 9 is 36, 4 times 9 is 36, 5 times 9 is 45, 8 times 9 is 81. No, it's not. That's not right. That's not right. Now, that's correct and that's correct, so he must have done something up here. Now, let's take a look. He said 8 times 9, and look, he kept the 9 factor. Look, do you see how he kept the 9? So that means that he separated, or he distributed the 8. He distributed the 8 into 4 plus 5. Is 4 plus 5 9? I'm sorry, 4 plus 5 is 9. Is 4 plus 5 8? No. No. Look, he kept the 9, so he is actually, right here, this is 9 times 9. He broke this 8, but he broke it incorrectly. So, let's see, what's a better way that he could have broken the 8? Not 4 and 5, but maybe 3 and 5, right? 3 and 5. If we broke it right here, sorry. If we broke it right here, we'd have 3 times 9, 3 times 9, right? 3 times 9. And on the bottom, we'd have 5 times 9. So all he did was that he broke 8 incorrectly. Okay, so you're going to write to describe his error. He distributed the 8 incorrectly, or I don't know how you want to word it. Like you can figure out how you want to word that, right? He broke the 8 into 2 pieces, but they don't add up to 8. So he got the wrong product, okay? I'm going to run out of time on my video, so I'm going to speed along. You're going to fill in your sentence there, and then you have one problem to do on your own. Use the array to help solve the problem. So now he's breaking it into 4 plus 4 times 9. Does that work? Yes, because he still kept his, he kept his 9, and he distributed his 8 into 4 plus 4. And 4 plus 4 equals 8. Not the 5 plus 4 that he did on the top. So you're going to finish solving this problem. Take a picture of this problem to hand in, just this problem, okay? So just this problem you're going to do for work when you finish this assignment. Okie doke? All right. Hope the Christmas trees helped. Have a fabulous holiday spirit, fabulous day. I hope my hair is smaller tomorrow. Bye, everybody.